everybody? I know you guys missed me. And I'm thinking I can book the next pay per view coming up. It's Money in the Bank, so it's actually one of my favorite pay per views of the year behind WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble. So how about I fantasy book it? So so let's kick off the kickoff show. And if you want to see me fantasy book classic pay per views that were bad, I'll do it. TNA, WWE, WCW, blah blah blah. Okay. So let's start off with the kickoff show. First match. It'll be the pay-per-view debut of Lars Sullivan versus R-Truth. I know people it's gonna be basically a squash match. And Lars is gonna win in a 5-minute match. R-Truth, he's gonna go for his axe kick or his scissors kick. Then as he goes up for it, he gets hit with a freak accident. Lars catches him into a freak accident. 1, 2, 3. He goes to put Carmella in a freak accident. Well, like at the end, he's still attacking him. Then like Carmella's like, stop, 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 stop. He's already dead. Like that kid from The Simpsons. Then he's about gonna put her in the freak accident. Then suddenly, security. Then Lars fights all the security. Then a couple guys come out, like Apollo Crews and Ali. They eat freak accidents. Then they leave. So next match is Heavy Machinery versus the Club. Listen, I like Heavy Machinery. I think they can do good. No, I think this will be a decent match, and I would give it 8 minutes. And I would give Heavy Machinery the win for new tag team. Next, the main event of the pre-show will be Baron Corbin versus EC3. He's in the top 1%. Gotta make it too fun. Okay. Sorry about that. And like I think this will be a good 12-minute match, and I would actually get EC3 to win via roll up. And I know Corbin always loses via roll up, so I just thought that'd be funny. And Corbin's like, "What? Hey, that's unfair. You rolled me up. Hey, yeah, you know I can't kick out roll up." All right, so main show now, and I'm kicking it off with the women's main bank ladder match. And like my mom always says, women goes first. Stop it, ads. Gosh darn it, ads. Okay. The people are in are representing SmackDown, Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Ember Moon, Nikki Cross. I think she's gonna go to SmackDown. Versus people representing Raw. Uh, Sasha Banks, Natalya, Selena Vega, and Ruby Riott. I think this could be a really good match. Like if you put Nikki Cross in there, I think she'll be like the wild card in there. You know, Then maybe like one spot Natalia puts uses a ladder, and she creates like a ladder version of like the sharpshooter put on Charlotte. Then maybe like Ember Moon does the eclipse from atop of the ladder, then hits Charlotte. Then Bailey hits the elbow and hits Charlotte. And now I'm targeting Charlotte, but it's gonna come back with. Then Bailey and Sasha stare at each other, shake each other's hands, and they start brawling. Then they try to go at the ladder, and they get pushed off. There's like a point where everyone's down. Then suddenly Selena Vega starts grabbing the ladder and starts climbing up. Then suddenly Ember Moon comes up and grabs her. She swings her down, then hits her with a cutter or an RKO, basically. Then 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 one spot, like you know how Sasha Banks does like she jumps up and does the knee thing. She does that to Bailey, but through a ladder. I think that'd be cool. And Ember's about to win, like the crowd chant Ember, Ember. Then Charlotte, as she stands up and she eats a big boot and a natural selection, Charlotte grabs the briefcase and wins. That's how you get real heat. Charlotte is one playing bank. I know people are gonna go hunt at my door right now, but please don't. Please don't. I'll pay you money. Please. Okay, next match. Oh yeah, by the way, I'll give that match like 25 minutes. I think these women can do great with that. This match I'll give 12 minutes to is Tony Nese versus Jack Gallagher. Now listen, if you have watched 205 Live, Jack Gallagher turned face and he turned on Drew and turned face. So the next week we would have a fatal four-way. Winner was going to face Tony Nese at Money in the Bank. It's Gulak, Gallagher, Oni Lorcan, and Roberto Carrillo. Then it's down. Then Gallagher wins that fatal four. Then he goes, I came close before at Fastlane 2017. I'm gonna beat you. And this, I would actually do just 12 minutes, and this could be a really good match. And I'll actually show him. I would actually remind the fans of like what the old Jack Gallagher used to do, like put his opponents in a soul, and he'll kick him in the bum, and he would like go upside down on the turnbuckle, and he would put his leg, go stop, other leg go stop, and does the Hurricanrana, then does his headbutt. So this will be a very good match, but I give it to Tony Nese because he's the champion. And yes, and afterwards, Gulak comes out, chokes out Gallagher. Then Tony Nese comes back in the ring and is gonna get Gulak, but Gulak runs away, being a coward heel. Next match for the United States Championship, Samoa Joe versus Cedric Alexander. and people are saying, "Why are you putting Cedric in there?" Well, he he would win a battle royal. Sorry, he would win a battle royal to he would win a battle royal to be number one contender. He would pull the Benoit spot, eliminate Braun Strowman, and Braun looks at him, shakes his hand, just respect, kid. Then then uh, this I would give it 15 minutes, and one spot I think he can do it is like at the end, like Joe during the match, like Joe just keeps tiring him out. And then at the end of the match, Cedric hits Joe the lumbar check, and Cedric is like far away from the ring from Joe because Joe rolled over, and he's crawling, 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 and he puts his one hand, one, two, and Joe flips over and puts him in a Kina clutch, and he passes out, and Joe wins. This will be a really good match, and I give it 15 minutes. Okay, next match is the Hardy Boys Wonderful versus Kevin Owens and Xavier Woods. I think this could be a really fun match. Like let's say Kevin Owens and Kevin Owens and Xavier Woods win a fair four-way match. The triple threat match, sorry, and they beat Rusev, Nakamura, and the Club, and they get to face the Hardys at Money in Bank. They want, and let's say Kevin Owens' dream is to hold a tag title. He saw the Hardys hold the tag title, and he wants to hold one. And so this will be a fun 13-minute match, but I'll give it to the Hardys to retain. Next match is the women's tag team championship match. It's the Iconics, the champions, versus Fire and Desire versus Asuka and Kairi Sane. I think this could be really good. Then, but I would give, like, the story would be like they have a number one contenders match, Fire and Desire and Kairi and Asuka, and they do the typical spot like the Iconics are going to interfere during it, and they're going to think, well, we're not going to face anybody now. Then one of the McMahons come out and goes, no, you're going to face both of them in a triple threat and in a tornado triple threat match, and this would be pretty good. And as Kairi and Asuka are going to win it, one spot I would like to see that. I would actually like to see, like, at the end, they Sonya Deville and Kairi do their spears and they bunk heads and they get knocked out. Then Billy Kay rolls one of them up, rolls Kairi up. 1, 2, 3. Billy Kay and Peyton Royce win. Then the next match for the Universal Championship is Seth Rollins versus Braun. Now, I think this could be a really good match. David versus Goliath, I was thinking. And Braun goes, Seth, I want a shot because I was screwed on my title shot at Crown Jewel. I never got my shot at the Royal Rumble. Seth goes, fine, you get your shot. Me versus you. And the whole match, Seth is like working at Braun's legs because he can't, because he runs fast, but he can't. He's trying to so he can come down and he can't get up. So like, so Braun's chasing Seth outside the ring, then Seth runs faster, and he basically like Braun's over here and the steel steps are over here. Then Seth kicks steel steps into his knees, and he just like focuses on the knees, and he has two curb stops. Boom. And he jumps off from the top rope and hits it. Boom. From the top rope and hits it. 1, 2, check out. Then he's going up for a power slam, but his knees are buckling. Then Seth goes for a small package. 1, 2, 3. And I'll give this 12 minutes, and Seth will win. Okay, next match is a championship scramble match. I love championship scrambles, which will be 20 minutes, and it'll be for the Raw Tag Team Championship. It'll be the Major Brothers versus the Revival versus the Viking Experience, but I would have kept them their names, not Eric and Ivor. I would have kept them as Hanson and Rowe. I would have kept their names as Hanson and Rowe. Don't do that. Versus the Usos, versus Ricochet and Aleister Black. This could be a really good match in like a spot like the Viking at the end. No, it usually goes 20 minutes, and you can imagine the spots that are going to happen. And like Viking Experience are about going to get they like celebrate because they pinned one of the Revival guys after the finisher, but Hawkins is like passed out, and he like crawls over and puts his hand over Scott Dawson's chest, laid down. 1, 2, 3, ding, as the buzzer hits, and looking at each other. Then your winner of this matchup is still WWE Raw Tag Team Champions, the Major Brothers. Yeah, so that's how they would retain. Get mad, they're all furious, and destroy the 4 tag teams, their opponents, Viking Experience. Okay, this matchup, I would have Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans. And for the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship, Becky goes, I want to defend it. I want to make sure I'm the champ, so I'm going to put both my belts on the line in this match. And I know people say Lacey sucks, and I admit she's not good, but we just got to give her time. And I know people say, well, she worked at the Indies. Doesn't mean she's good. Doesn't mean she's good. If I worked at the Indies and I botch 98% of my matches, and I go to WWE, doesn't mean I'm going to suddenly be good. No. So I would honestly give this 11 minutes, and Becky, like, this ending spot would be Lacey hits a moonsault, and Becky rolls out of the way, and she splats on on the floor, then hits the disarmer, then Lacey Evans taps out. And I would honestly switch her woman's right into her signature move, and have the moonsault be her finisher. Okay. Down to the last 3 matches. For the Intercontinental Championship, Finn Balor versus Shelton Benjamin. I think this could be really good and build up Shelton Benjamin again. And I would give Balor, I would let Balor retain the belt here. Then I would give this like good 10.5 minute match. Then this match would be 20 minutes. The next match would be 20 minutes. And it's for the WWE Championship. And it's Kofi Kingston versus Elias versus Big Dog Roman Reigns. I know people complaining, oh, here, you want to give me Roman Reigns? Well, you'll see the reason why. Well, uh, so the story would be, I would actually pull it from what they did on SmackDown the next week. Vince is not going to suspend Roman, but Kofi said don't. Elias comes out, says don't do it because I want him. Then he goes. Then Vince goes, I like your moxie, kid. I'm gonna give you the title match at Money in the Bank against against Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But then Kofi comes out and goes, hey, I'll take, because Roman makes a case like, oh, I should face the WWE Champion. He goes, hey, I'll face both of them. How about that? And Vince makes the match with that SmackDown. Because if Roman beats Elias, he's at the match. And then Roman wins and Triple Threat. Then I thought this could be a really good match. Like it'll be no DQ, of course. So like Kofi goes up for his Trouble in Paradise, and as he's gonna hit it, Elias hits him for Qatar. Boom! Hits the drift away. Not gonna win, but gets speared. But Roman's not gonna win, and Kofi got him, and Roman's about to hit a spear to Kofi. Then he hits Trouble in Paradise. Boom! 1, 2, 3. Kofi wins. Then Roman gets up, shakes his hand. He goes, you deserve it. Raises his hand up. Okay. And now, the main event. Let's get ready to rumble. I would actually give the WWE title match 25 minutes and this one 45 minutes, because this could be a really good ladder match. And it's the men's ladder match. And it's representing Raw in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. AJ Styles, Drew McIntyre, The Miz, and Bobby Roode. Representing SmackDown, Buddy Murphy, Cesaro, Randy Orton, and Chad Gable. I know people are saying, why is Chad Gable in this? So, here's the Raw after the shakeup happened. I would have Bobby Roode come out and say, like, I really miss And he's just like grabbing them, and he's just like, "Oh my god, I'm so happy! I'm so happy that Chad Gable's on SmackDown, because oh my god, he was. I was praying for the days that I was either gonna turn on him, or the shakeup was gonna happen. I was hoping to get dropped to SmackDown. I just wanted to get away from him. He was so annoying. Ugh. Then, then, like, qualifying matches start happening, and Buddy Murphy would beat Ali for the spot. Cesaro will win against Rusev and Nakamura. Randy Orton would beat Otis for a spot. Gable would beat Apollo Crew would win a battle royal. Gable would win a battle royal. Second chance battle royal kind of like thing. AJ Styles would be like like Shane makes it hard. Shane makes a match. It's Leo Rush and Bobby Lashley. It's Miz and AJ winning team gets to go to Money in Bank, and AJ and Miz won. So Drew McIntyre won by beating Baron Corbin because they had to. It was for the final spot. By Rude beat Jinder Mahal. Then you can have the heel turn promo after the match. Then this would be a really good match. Like AJ Styles goes for a phenomenal form, then gets an RKO, and you're like, a guy, and he gets Claymore. Then Gable eats, sets up the ladder, and he goes up from the top of the ladder and does a moonsault from the ring, and boom! And then I think like this could really elevate like guys like Buddy Murphy and Gable, and, like make Cesaro have a good performance, and like he does a superplex. He grabs Buddy Murphy for a superplex, and they do land on the crowd of wrestlers in the match. Then Miz is about gonna win it. Then suddenly we see Shane come out. He's like has his father potato face, and he's like choking him out. Put him in a triangle hold. And Vince is like so mad, climbs down the ladder, go beat him up. Then suddenly we see Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas, and they just beating the living crap out of him. And Shane's helping in on that butt whooping. Ooh, on the Kana whoop ass. I'm sorry. Then then I think this will be funny. Bring out the Main Street Posse, and they would help like they bring the Miz over and like put him in a trash can, and like when this is going on, I would actually put like on the corner of a screen, not fill up the screen, and have the ladder match fill up most of the screen. So then next, Gable just Queen's house, and Gable's about gonna win it. Then Rude. Then suddenly we see EC3 and Eric Young and Drake Maverick. And Gable's like, wait a minute, what the heck? What the heck's happening? And Rude pulls him off. Glorious DDT, bam! Glorious DDT on a ladder on the floor, boom! throws him out, climbs up, grabs the briefcase. Bobby Roode wins. He is your Mr. Money in the Bank. And they're all celebrating. And yeah, so that's how I would book Money in the Bank 2019. Did a good job? You said, do you think I sucked at it? I want to know how you would have booked it. And so yeah, my hair maniac brother, what you gonna do when you subscribe to Harry Flynn, brother? When Hairomania runs wild on you, if you don't subscribe, brother. Peace. Bye.